What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Capsule to QnA. I'm Matt McQueen, and today on the channel, I am going to answer your questions from our YouTube comment section. We've had a lot of questions and a lot of comments go unanswered, and I feel like instead of going back and typing out responses to all of those, let's pick a few of the juicy ones and answer them. So that's what we're going to do today. All right, so thanks again for watching our Q&A video. I'm going to try to do these more regularly, so if you've got questions, please go and check out some of the other videos and leave them, or you can leave them directly below this video, and I will look at them, and we will try to get your questions answered directly and get you some help with some of the things that we are talking about on this channel. As always, please go and like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you know when our next video is coming out. And if you did not know, over the weekend, I released my first course with Produce Like a Pro and Pro Mix Academy. It's on recording a rock band live with everybody playing in the same room, and in the course we go through not just how we tracked the band live, but also how we were able to successfully engineer some really good sounding overdubs, and then also tastefully edit the track and finally finish it out with mixing the whole song. It's nearly 6 hours long, and it is on sale. There's a link below. You can go over to Pro Mix Academy and you can pick that up, and I would really appreciate it. So let's get into the questions now that we've got all the business crap out of the way. And the first question comes from our video, Ultimate Mix Ready Kemper Tones. We have made some Kemper tones here at Capsule to Cone, some profiles of some of the amps. You can't see them, but the amps that are in my collection. And the question is, great video, did you use the double tracker in the Kemper profiler in this case? And no, we did not use the double tracker in the Kemper. We actually, all of the guitars that are double tracked are literally just 2 takes. So there's, if you go through and you watch that video, you'll hear some of the guitars are stereo, and there's one of 2 things happening. Usually the 2 examples that I think he's probably talking about are literally 2 takes. We just panned one hard left and one hard right, and it's an identical take. So that's double tracking. And then the other thing that I think one of those guitar tracks is it's actually got a stereo delay on it, where it's a dotted 8th note repeat on the left and a quarter note repeat on the right. But I did not use the double tracker that is built into the Kemper for those guitars. All right. Next question. Do you have this template for sale? This is on our mixing drums, recording, mixing, mastering, worship music part 4. No, we do not have a mix template for sale for this yet. I think that I would like to do something like that. My problem is with any kind of template for sale sort of a thing is that it is really hard to apply. I think it's really hard to apply a template mix, and I know there's a bunch of companies that do it, and I'm not going to try to put those companies down, but man, I think it's really hard to guarantee results across the board. And some of the template mixes that I've heard, even on companies' advertisements, not gonna lie, they don't sound that good. And I don't want to do that. I would rather maybe we'll have a template that we'll give away. That would be a cool thing. I think that we could probably give away a template for our mix once I think that it's sounding good. We do. We're gonna talk about this series a little bit later in this video, but yeah, I definitely want to do something with that, with a template, and try to help people get their worship mixes sounding better if they're doing live stream broadcast kind of stuff. But as far as selling a template, I'm not 100% sure how I want to do that yet, because it's really hard to guarantee great results across the board for everybody, because different drummers and different engineers with different abilities, varying levels of ability, I guess I should say, it just makes it really hard to make sure that people are getting a good result. I guess you can get a good result, but it's hard to ensure that you're going to get a great result, and that just, I lose sleep over that. So that's the honest answer. All right, next question. Where is the rest of the series? This is on tuning worship vocals from a live recording, which is part of our live worship series. Where is the rest of the series? Okay, I need to answer this one, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to do this not in written comment form. We've actually gotten this question from a couple of different people on a couple of our different series. My problem is that I'm not a full-time YouTuber, and that's not an excuse. It's just the facts. David and I are both working mixers and engineers, and we are doing YouTube sort of as a side hobby, side hustle, maybe even, because we do have a few things that we're sort of selling to kind of have multiple revenue streams, I suppose, because that's part of the reason why you do the whole YouTube thing, I think. And also it's fun. I think it's a good challenge to get out here and talk about some of the things that we're doing in music. It's always good to have sort of, a forward-facing, this is what I do kind of thing, and we've gotten work from doing YouTube videos, and so I want to keep making YouTube videos. But I often find that it's really hard to keep the YouTube thing going and also get really busy with like full-length records and EPs and projects at church. I work at a church part-time too, on top of owning the studio and running it. And so between all of the varying things that I have to do as an audio engineer to keep the fires burning, it's difficult sometimes to want to make time for making YouTube videos. And so the unfortunate result of that is that series sometimes take a toll and they slip into the background and fade off into the ether, even though we don't want them to. And so my apologies for that we've let that series, and also I started at the very beginning of the pandemic. I was going to go through and take you all the way through a country mix from start to finish and make it, and I think I made one video, and I've gotten I've gotten more comments about that one video, when's the rest of the series ever going to come out, than any other video, and there's no excuse for it other than I've just been busy, and I'm sorry. So you'll have to forgive me, but we do want to circle back to this. David and I have been talking about how we can revive this series and get some things going on it. I think that it's actually a really important series, and I don't think that there's a lot of other content about this on YouTube, at least the way that we were working through it with taking the song start to finish. And so, yes, we want to revisit it. We will revisit it. We need to go ahead and get that planned out for this year to wrap it up, because I think it would be really cool to take that song to the finish line and to show people how they can do the same things that we were going to do all the way through, and get a song that was started out as a live recording, but then really touch it up so that it sounds like it's ready to be released with all the right kind of layers and all the kind of things that will make it sound really big and polished and professional. So yes, we're going to bring that series back. The short answer is I don't know when, but soon. And the long answer is it's going to take some planning, but it is definitely in the works, and we have already talked about it prior to me making this video. All right, so that is the questions that I'm going to answer today. Like I said before, if you've got questions, leave them in the comments below. I'd like to do this more regularly and try to interact with people. It is a very easy video to just go and grab some comments from the comment section and set up a camera and just start talking and let you guys get some answers to your questions. All right, so, all right, thanks for watching. I've been Matt, this is Capsule to Cone, and I'll see you in the next video.